Well, I'm just so happy to be here. I finally made it after Elsie and Chip asked me to do the school for a few times, and my scheduling and other things didn't allow it. And I'm so happy that it finally happened, that I'm sitting here in front of all of you. When I first heard Sydney Banks, and I was really very, very blessed. I don't know how it happened, but I had a really remarkable insight that night. And I saw two things. I saw that we make up our feelings. And then I saw thought creates our feelings. And then I saw I could be happy if I understood that. And I didn't know that that had changed me. I just felt wonderful. I just, the feeling that Elsie and Chip are pointing to, I just felt wonderful. And I went home and I just fell in love with my wife again. And I was just in this feeling of love, And I had to go back to work the next day. This was Thursday night, and I had a full caseload Friday. I know some of you have heard this, but I don't know why. It just feels like to share this. It's making my point, I hope. I hope it's making my point. But so I come back on Friday, and I get to my office, and I had 7 hours of clients, one hour sessions. And I sit in my chair, and there's this bookcase full of how to do psychotherapy textbooks, Freudian textbooks, all these textbooks. And it didn't look like I could do anything from that again. But all I had was one thing. I had thought create your feelings. That's what I had. So as I'm waiting for my client, I'm weighing thought creates your feelings, shelf full of textbooks. What should I go with, Well, if you're in the world in the outside world, you'd say go to the textbooks. But I knew in my soul they were wrong. And I knew that all people needed to do to be happy was to see where feelings came from. So I started there. And that's all I talked about. I wasn't talking from Mark Howard with a good idea. I was talking from my soul. Now that I look at it, I didn't think about it that way then. I just knew then that that this was the only way people would be helped. And so when you talk from there, people hear you. And I gave people, all of my clients, the option to work with more traditional therapists, because I told them I can't do the work we used to do. But I tell you something, I just saw one little thing, but I know if we just talked about it, you'd be happy. And I don't know what's funny about that. I mean, I'm known for jokes that I only laugh about, but I didn't know I could tell jokes that only you laugh about, and I don't get. That stumped me, I've got to watch the replay. This feeling, this is it. There's nothing more than this. Being happy, we all are happy. That's what I found, That's what I was looking for, because I was kind of an angry guy. But when I saw this, it opened up. It opened up the flow of mind. It opened it up. And this is what I mean by that. I would be, a week after having these insights, I went to a staff meeting. And as I'm sitting there, it occurred to me. What I mean by occur is I didn't think it. Mark Howard didn't have the idea, it came to me. It came to me through the intelligence we're all a part of. And it showed up like, Mark, you know, these colleagues of yours, they're just trying to help people. They're just doing it the way they have been taught to do it, but their heart's in the right place. They really want to help people. That came to me. And it changed me. My heart went out to my colleagues. And I had complete understanding for them. And I listened to them. All of this came from just that coming to me from the fact that we are all part of mind, the intelligence, the spiritual intelligence in the universe. And it came to me from the manifestation of mind through thought. See? So I had thought, and consciousness made me aware of it. And I was a different person. I was a different person. And I wasn't challenging. I just really felt a kinship with my colleagues. And so that started people wondering what was going on with me. And 6 months into this time where I was just working with my understanding principles and going to Sydney Bank seminars, and at that time Commons, what's the first book? Second Chance was written, so I was reading Second Chance. And a psychologist tapped me on the shoulder and said, Mark, I've been watching you and you've changed and you haven't gone back. What are you learning? And it was miraculous because I just said, well, let's talk. And a week later, 8 more psychologists came and we talked once a week. And it went for 2.5 years. And we would just laugh and hear Sid's tapes that I had and talk about this understanding. So I just wanted to share that story to just let you see that I started from very little. And I just, nothing distracted me from it. You know, and that's what I want you all to appreciate in your hearts, that you just want to continue to live within what you have seen. Don't let anything distract you from it, because from there you'll see more.